The India-Pakistan conflict is a story of division and discord. It is a story rooted in the bloody partition of British India in 1947. This event created two new nations, India and Pakistan, but it also sowed the seeds of future conflict. Kashmir, a princely state with a Muslim-majority population but ruled by a Hindu Maharaja, became a point of contention. Both India and Pakistan claimed the region, leading to the First Kashmir War in 1947 to 1948. The war ended with a ceasefire line that divided Kashmir. However, the dispute remained unresolved. India controlled the larger portion, including the Kashmir Valley, while Pakistan held a smaller area known as Azad Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. This division sowed the seeds of future conflict and mistrust. Over the decades, the dispute over Kashmir has led to two more wars, numerous skirmishes, and a constant state of tension between India and Pakistan. The conflict has had a profound impact on the lives of millions of people in the region. It has also cast a long shadow over South Asia, hindering regional cooperation and development. The unresolved Kashmir issue remains a major obstacle to peace and stability in the region. It is a reminder of the enduring legacy of partition and the need for a lasting solution that addresses the aspirations of all stakeholders. The repercussions of this historical event continue to shape the relationship between India and Pakistan. The Kashmir issue in particular remains a festering wound. Both countries claim the region in its entirety, and this dispute lies at the heart of their enduring rivalry. In April 2025, the India-Pakistan conflict escalated dangerously following a deadly attack in the Indian-administered Kashmir region. Gunmen stormed a popular tourist spot in Pahalgam, killing at least 26 people. The attack sent shockwaves through India and raised fears of a renewed cycle of violence between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. India immediately blamed Pakistan for the attack, accusing it of harboring and supporting terrorist groups operating in Kashmir. Pakistan denied any involvement in the incident and called for a neutral investigation. The attack and the subsequent accusations and denials led to a sharp deterioration in relations between the two countries. India announced a series of retaliatory measures, including the suspension of its participation in the Indus River Water Sharing Agreement, the reduction of diplomatic missions, and the suspension of cross-border trade and visas. Pakistan responded by suspending all trade with India, including trade conducted through third countries. The Wagah-Attari border crossing, the only land route between the two countries, was closed. The escalation in tensions raised concerns among the international community, with many fearing a slide towards a full-blown conflict. The United Nations and other world powers called for restraint and urged both sides to engage in dialogue to de-escalate the situation. The April 2025 escalation highlighted the fragility of peace in the region and the enduring potential for the Kashmir conflict to ignite a wider conflagration. It also underscored the need for a sustained and concerted effort by the international community to facilitate a peaceful resolution to the dispute. The India-Pakistan conflict is characterized by a heavy military presence on both sides of the line of control, which divides Kashmir. Both countries have deployed significant military forces along the de facto border, turning the region into one of the most militarized zones in the world. The Indian Army, Air Force, and Navy are all involved in operations to secure the region. They are tasked with guarding against infiltration, conducting counterinsurgency operations, and responding to any Pakistani military action. On the Pakistani side, the army plays a dominant role in the country's security policy, and Kashmir is considered a core national interest. Pakistan has also deployed a large number of troops along the line of control, and there have been reports of increased military activity in recent years. Both sides have accused each other of violating the ceasefire agreement that has been in place since 2003, and there have been numerous instances of cross-border shelling and firing, resulting in civilian casualties and displacement. The militarization of the Kashmir conflict has had a devastating impact on the lives of people living in the region. The constant threat of violence, the presence of security forces, and the restrictions on movement have created an atmosphere of fear and uncertainty. The presence of landmines and unexploded ordnance also poses a significant risk to civilians. The heavy military presence in Kashmir is a constant reminder of the unresolved conflict and the potential for violence. It also hinders efforts to build trust and promote dialogue between the two sides. The ongoing conflict has had a devastating impact on trade and diplomatic relations between India and Pakistan. While official trade between the two countries was relatively limited even before the recent escalation, the suspension of trade ties has further strained economic relations. The unofficial trade that flourished across the border, estimated at billions of dollars annually, has also been severely affected. The conflict has also taken a heavy toll on the people of Kashmir. Civilians on both sides of the line of control have borne the brunt of the violence, enduring decades of fear, uncertainty, and loss. The presence of military forces, the constant threat of cross-border firing, and the restrictions on movement have severely impacted daily life, education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. The psychological impact of living in a conflict zone has also been profound, with many people, particularly children, suffering from trauma and mental health issues. Despite numerous attempts at dialogue and mediation, a lasting solution to the Kashmir conflict remains elusive. The international community, while acknowledging the seriousness of the situation, has been largely unsuccessful in facilitating a meaningful peace process. The deep mistrust between India and Pakistan, the complex historical legacy of the dispute, and the involvement of non-state actors have all contributed to the impasse. The human cost of the conflict is immeasurable. It is a stark reminder of the urgent need for a peaceful resolution that addresses the aspirations of the Kashmiri people and ensures a future of peace, security, and prosperity for the entire region.